Hello, this is a spectacular game played on Foxy where Black died big on the right side in his attempt to try to come back in the game, but Black was already 50 points behind. Somehow he managed a second on the left side, that shouldn't happen, and also at the end on the right, White doesn't have to play the last move. Black is dead as it stands. So let's check from the start. We have a diagonal Fuseki with a 5-3, which usually leads to more complicated fights early on. And also the Josekis can be a bit different when Black approaches the top left corner. But Black decided to approach the start point first. Well, normally Black can approach e16 to avoid being pressed down, or e17 and extend for a base, either 2-space jump or 3-space jump. Now with this move, the Josekis are quite simple. Black will simply fix a base like this, or if White decides to go up, Black gets ahead with the Nobi and again extends in the top for a base. But Black decided to approach the lower right corner instead, which is also fine. And now this kind of approach, which is quite questionable, I see it a lot in the mid Q level range, but usually Black should think about the moves as in the previous variations. Also, Black can simply play d17 because that's the move that White wants to make in the corner in order to enclose the corner with a Shimari. So like this, White will put some pressure in the top and then extend. So White just blocks the corner, that feels good, goes down, Hane once, and Black should actually extend here right away. It's not necessary to connect on the second line. And in this position, actually, it's quite proper for White to extend again on the left side, because Black still needs an extension in the top to make a base, either a 3-space jump low or a 3-space jump high. And now White still has time to attack the pincer, the lower right cornerstone. So a move like L3 or M3 to be expected here. But it's kind of proper to play a move at C12, otherwise Black will approach C13 and start attacking quite severe that corner. And if White extends on the bottom, let's say, Black finishes the Joseki here, then White can take away Black's base in the top. So the top corner group is just a heavy group. Anyway, a pincer on the bottom side is fine, and instead of M3, White should consider L3. Now the reason for this move is that when we play the Joseki out, that starts with Q3 and Hane, Atari connect and connect, Black defends, White goes down, Black goes up. Now White can play a peep here and then extend towards the lower left corner. Black jumps, White jumps. Now if you have the same Joseki with the stone at M3, White has to extend at J3, so it's further away from the D4 corner. But like this, the distance between White and Black stones is just ideal. So Black doesn't have too much space to develop the bottom. If Black just plays F3, it's not such a big deal. It's still kind of narrow. But if you have the same Joseki here, so Black is more happy to play a move like G3 to attack the bottom group. So White is kind of closer to Black's stick group in the lower right. Therefore, it's good to remember that White can play L3 instead of M3. So now Black attacks the top left corner, but actually the direction of play should be C13, because that's where White can extend for a base. And when White comes out, Black can play the Hane, which also induces the defense of the top group. Playing Hane in the corner, White can ignore this move and just extend again. It's actually still proper to play C12 on the left side, because even if Black plays F3 or C6, White still has big points on the board to go for, like the approach in the top right corner, or attack from the top, or invade San. So it's not that urgent to play a move like F3 right now, because the cornerstones in the top left, when Black plays a move like C13, they are on the run. But Black plays slack, just going for a stone in the corner, and in this case White can still extend for a base. This Atari is not really necessary. The thing is, first of all, when White Atari and Black captures, Now white has the soldier set formation and white still needs to extend. The actual game move, it's an O gamer. But if white simply extends and black pushes b16, when white blocks, black has to go back and capture that stone. Otherwise white will descend. So if black ignores, white descends, and now white captures the two stones. There is no way for black to approach from this side because of the self Atari and from the top again. So black doesn't really want to push at b16, which means for white it's not really necessary to play this Atari and eliminate the Agi. Now white extended high, but actually still safer to extend on the third line. When white extends high and black approaches c10, white needs to play another move, like c12 or b12. So in this case, white will spend 2 moves instead of 1. But if white just extends right away, c12, then when black approaches here, white doesn't have to double up at d12. White can play a more flexible move like 1 space jump, or turn like this, or Keima this way, or even pincer and try to defend actively, fighting more. So anyway, black didn't approach the left side, but jump out here. Now in order to fix that O3, locally it's better to play Q3 and Hane R2. We've seen that a couple of times already. But for black it's more interesting to play C6 right now. So when white kicks or attach like this, or double up to attack O3, black can go all the way to C10, threatening that group on the left, and then pincer on the bottom side, J3 or J4. So even if black discards this O3, he has time to develop in the lower left. So he can speed up the Fuseki like that. Now when black jumps, white can kick and jump along. And this group is actually on the run. So black keeps running on neutral points and white builds a nice right side. So it's not so great for black. Double approach is excellent here. So black Tsuke, Hane, Atari, block, Atari, very good. And then white decides to connect here. In this case, it feels more interesting to surround the left side. Even if black captures a stone here, black is over concentrated. So he's got this empty triangle from the soldier's head formation and the Ponuki, but the left side looks really good to connect it like that and make a box. Also the bottom stones are quite effective. White is center right now, so white can still play the kick and jump out. It seems that white stones connect very well together and attack black stones. So when white plays here, white actually wants the territory on the bottom, but black can attach and go out between the groups. Well, black will just live in the corner and white is still fine. White can jump here, and if black turns, white will build the territory on the left side. So overall it feels good for white. This was better, but I mean for white. Black should attach and go out between the groups. If black just kicks and white stands, then black's group in the corner is still a little bit vulnerable. So this ended up very well for white. Instead of Atari, just extend, and when black extends, white just makes a base. This is solid enough, and the corner has some agi when white invades c3. So Atari go out and then block. This is also good. But the thing is, when white played this Atari, black could just Atari, discard the stone and go out. Or if white no-B, black will push, then cut like this, threatening a double Atari, and catch the two stones on the left side. So black can sacrifice g5 to break into the left side or the center. Like this, white still keeps the corner confined, and black is on the run in the center. This looks good. Here white can play Hane, because it takes away the liberty, and when black cuts, white can make nice shape. Then black still needs to Atari from behind, and white will just build while attacking. Anyway, the shape in the center started to look good for white. So Hane, okay, bamboo connection. Yeah, that's a good defense. Threatens the corner. Let's see here. White should block, because this threatens to cut or to invade San. So black needs to protect. If black plays in the middle, the move that white played, white can just cut and capture the 2 stones in center. Now black has to leave. Otherwise, if black plays again in the center, Hane, Atari, and connect. So that's the dead L formation. Now here, if black resists by going under a couple of times, white will Hane, and then when black plays the Tesuji, the throw-in or the wedge, white has Atari from the outside. So this will not work. It's just that. And when black plays in the corner trying to leave, it's all dead. So that cut, it's a problem. Therefore, for white, it's sent to block here. Then if black defends against the cut like this or like this, now white can play something in the center. But in fact, it's just proper to extend the d9, because the group in the middle is still on the run, even if white doesn't approach. This kind of move, it's actually giving black a nice shape. When black plays g8, that connection, it's kind of I shape for black. So the normal shape here, in order to attack the center, would be a peep and then a jump. So this way, when black connects, black is in an empty triangle. Because now, when black connects with a hanging connection, that's a pretty nice shape for black. So white turn, that's a good move because this is threatening to approach for a snapback. So here, black should simply go out between the white stones. Playing this move is taking away the liberties. Yeah, now white has to jump. It's a pity white didn't block here. Actually, even now it's working. Black has to protect and then jump further. And before white jumps, white should block here in center. This is threatening a snapback, gives black a bad shape, then make the base. This is good timing. And it works to block here because if black tries to kill everything, the Hane from the outside, it's always center, threatening the snapback, then white will cut. Now when black resists like this, it's a collapse right away. And when black plays Atari, black has to go down to leave in the corner, and white can also leave by playing this attach. And now the target hits this group in the middle. So overall, an excellent game for white so far. Now when black plays this move, instead of jump, which is more flexible, white still has the Hane in center threatening the snapback. Every time white plays this Hane, if black plays any other move, white will just capture it in a snapback. So that's the whole point of playing the vital point at h8 and turn k6 to Hane here and threaten the snapback. So when black connects to protect against the snapback, black's shape is heavy with g9. But if black jumps, then even if he accepts the exchange, at least he's one step ahead with the jump. So white missed the chance to keep center. This move, and then think about other options. For example, block here once and then use the cap move. White doesn't have to jump because this is just a passive move compared to Hane, and then for example cap these 2 stones. Now black has 2 weak groups, the one in the middle and the 2 stones on the bottom. So black pushed. Why should block the other way? Because if black pushes to the right, when white blocks, again the snapback, it's a problem. So black needs to go back and connect, and white can either connect against the cut like this or defend it indirectly, jumping ahead of black group. So this way black can push and capture the stone, and now black will leave on the spot. But anyway, this cap is excellent. So black is in trouble. Oh, that's so slack. That stone anyway, white is not going to extract it and run out. So black didn't need to play there. Black could play the turn, then Kosumi, threatening a snapback, and jump like this. Now white is actually in trouble because white needs to crawl in order to survive. So this way black gets a lot of potential, and now black could also live in the corner. So this way black discards the 2 stones on the outside and lives in the corner as compensation. So that's a slow move. Double up, excellent. So now the 2 stones will die, no more sun evasion. And yeah, white can play away. In fact, on this kind of move, white can Hane once. black will probably just Nobi to prevent the Atari and then play on the right side, either like this or like this, or attack the top. In fact, in this case, a move like Q14 is nice because there's a lot of potential uh, Moyo for white on the right side. R14 would be good enough too. This kind of Joseki with a Keima. So one space jump high, the block, this is wrong. Usually black should just play a one space jump and then go for this Joseki. And then extend again in the top. But black just wants the corner like this. And now white is extremely thick on the right side. And black finally plays a desperate move. On the left side, it's okay to react to this. Just push. Let black capture the 4 stones in Gote. And in the top, actually, it's more interesting to approach with a submarine move. So black will block, push again up, and then extend. Because like this, black will only be like 10-12 points in the corner. And white gets to damage the top. Playing here, black can answer, and the corner is bigger. Oh, black didn't care at all. It's actually big to play the Hane. So when white pushes, black can push again, white Nobi, black can try to get something out of the cutting points in this area, and then play on the left side. Push like this or push under. It's better to play Atari. Better connect solid, because when white connects solid, if black plays away, white has the Hane in the corner, and this way the group will die. Or black has to fight the Ko. But after the Atari, when white connects, black doesn't have to react anymore. The group is alive, so black can play again on the left side, trying to kill everything. So when white goes for the kill, it just doesn't work. Black can leave. So in general, Atari is good to be kept in reserve. No need to play it right away. So if white connects, black will go down. Now white can play Atari, because then when white captures, it's going to be a Ko. So black will protect. And this is totally different because now white has sent it to play a big point. Oh, descent. Well, this leaves cutting points, so white has to come back and protect. That's a good way to defend. And black didn't have to do anything. The group is already alive. So black has a big chance now to win the game by attacking the left side. So those 4 stones die in the top left corner, then d12 is in trouble, and now the group on the left side has a problem too. It's very difficult to make twice because black is very thick in the middle, so the group will just get surrounded. This Hane is too small, it's just endgame. So white got to extend. For white it's actually big to block here and block c12 to make some I shape. Black might Hane connect in order to create a cutting point, and then even Nobi to make sure those 4 stones don't go out, and then white extends in the top. And white doesn't have to extend too close to the thickness. Keep some distance. This is a little bit dangerous because d16 is very thick, so black can just jump in. Therefore, locally it's better to extend only j16. So when black extends from the wall, black is over concentrated and white still builds enough in the top area. Now white just build a lot, and now white has to stay alive on the left. Very good this block. So this turn it's always good for black because he's threatening to capture those stones. So now white either plays a bamboo or a block, but then black goes for snapback and then surround the group. But now white blocked in center, so black has to do something in the corner, and then white can make eyes easily on the left side. That was a really good sequence for white to secure this group. So in the end, white only lost the 4 stones, but actually black's wall doesn't function so well because white got the extension in front of the wall. So overall it's still good for white. Let's move on. Now black lost his opportunity to get something more on the left side, and now it's just endgame. Actually here white can play Kosumi and then one space jump. It's safe enough. Like this, black can play Kosumitsuke, then the attach under or the Hane, then white has to push, then Nobi again, get ahead again, and black can jump in the middle. but white still has the first chance to win this game because the bottom side and the right are much bigger than everything else black builds all over the board. So black is a bit desperate here, and now he's going to lose some stones. This move is not even necessary. Keep jumping along. When black doubles up, white can play like this, or even this kind of move, because it's connected to the top and then threatens to kill some stones in the, I mean some key stones. For example, if black plays this. Ah, okay. Black can actually capture that. So, in this case, white will just Atari and take this guy. So the stones in the middle are still captured. And if black connects like this, white captures all 3 stones. So white turns, then jumps, that's good. Then block, this is all forced. Oh. Now actually, white can just extend. Because the guys in the middle will still die faster. So if black plays here, white can push one time. Black needs to extend like this. White can make some liberties in the center, pushing a couple of times. And then just make sure it will surround the top group. Which is very short on liberties. So even if black tries to capture the group on the outside, he doesn't have enough liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So black it's already captured as it stands. So attach. Well, this is also a nice idea to go for the top stones, but now black got to rescue the middle group. Oh, in fact, I can still cut here. Black had to connect, but white is still okay overall. So white protects, black connects, white defends. This move is not necessary right now. So white can Hane here to enclose the center to maximize the middle. When black cuts, white can capture like this, or go out first and then capture. And if black connects, now white can play the hanging connection. Black will Atari, connect, block, and Hane on the first line. So white still wins the semi in the top. This was ultra cautious. It's more natural to play the block Atari than the Hane here, Atari cut, Atari like this. If black wants to capture a couple of stones, it's not a problem because white still block the border like this. So all the center, it's white now. Much safer. This can be dangerous. Black can actually resist here by playing this block or Nobi. So when white cuts in the center, oh, so black plays Nobi, white cuts, black can push along, white plays here, then push again or Atari, yeah, connect this. Because when white turns and cuts, black has enough liberties now. Oh wait, my bad. Actually, black has to play Atari here and this to capture the stones in the middle faster. And the other stones will die anyway. So this would be a disaster for white. Therefore, the peep was a little bit of a bluff. It's better to block and Hane. And if black wants to capture 2 stones, it's not such a big deal. It's actually bigger to play Hane and connect on the right side. So white got to block the center anyway. Good to pull back. Finally the Atari. Okay, black didn't profit much in the middle. Tac, tac, tac. On this move, black can connect. When white plays trying to kill the corner, black can go for a snapback here, push one time, and then push here, Atari, and connect. So this will be alive. Because black can steal Atari from the outside. Atari, Atari, Atari. Oh, that's very dangerous actually. This way, white will collapse. So there is no way for white to kill this corner. Black got scared and gave up a stone. Now black leaves very small in the corner. So that was a successful reducing by white. And here it's center, monkey jump, very good. The way black blocked the monkey jump, it's actually wrong. Black should play A11, then push, Atari from behind, Atari again, and then connect. Because this way, white can even set up a co-fight. But white is not behind. So normally black here has to no B, and then block, then Atari, and now connect. In this position, when black blocks this way, white could cut and fight the ko. So if white has enough ko threats, white will win this ko and extract those 4 stones. But white is way ahead, so he doesn't need to risk, because that ko can also backfire. But anyway, there was a potential ko in that style of block of the monkey jump, and here black should connect solid to leave less ko threats in the corner. Now defend. Oh, on this Atari it's okay to connect. Because in the top, black can give the 3 stones and take 1 back. So black can actually capture 4 stones. When white takes 3 stones, black takes 1 back. And now white has to protect the left side. And this trade, it's a little better for black. Black captured 4 stones, he lost 3. And in the end, white had to finish Gote because of B9. But it worked as planned. This block in the top, it's only worth 1 point. Much bigger to play F2, E1, and everything center. Then Atari here once, push again in the middle, and play a Kosumi like this. If black pushes, white blocks, it's just 1 point. It's possible to block at F1, black will push, then block, and connect. Because the difference is, when white plays here, and black goes F1, white will block G1, and then black goes F2. So this gives black an extra point at E1, compared to the variation where white starts at F1. So if anyway it's Gote, it's better to play the Gote that brings more points. That's okay. Here black tried a desperate invasion, or well, attempt to live inside. But this group is completely dead. White doesn't even need to play that move. Atari connect, Atari connect. Ah, there is some Magi here. But white can still play away. I mean, if Atari here connect, if Atari here turn, if capture, Nobi, if push, block, there is only one eye at N4, and when black keeps pushing on the right, no way to build a second eye. White can ignore again. So there were several times where white could play away here. The connection, it's maybe not so good. Better protect here against the cut, and then when black captures, just Nobi. Because this way, p6 it's a false eye, and anyway, there is no room to build a second eye on the side. This way, black captured 2 stones, so now white has to throw in order to false the eye. It felt a little more dangerous, but in fact it's still okay. White can double up here, so when Atari just go down or capture, when Atari connect, now black has to come back, and then the Suji to make sure no second eye is coming. Where right now it's still completely dead, and some of the moves here on the side are not necessary. Better connect solid, no more cutting point or co-threat, because like this, when there is a co-fight at the end, black can still use this move and this move. So black has 2 co-threats. When white connects solid, no more co-threats. Atari very good. So black tried a few more desperate moves. Now here, white can just play the... Well, actually, it's okay to play this move. Then connect, it's fine too. And now, white should play Atari Then black captures here. Oh, this is ko. Ah, okay, this is not good. So let's see how can we avoid the seki here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. Not so easy. Oh, actually like this. Block this way. Yeah, to create the eye. So when black plays here, white protects. When Atari connect, and on this Atari, white can also ignore. But the thing is, white already made an eye, and black doesn't, so it's impossible for black to approach from the inside. Therefore, this is not a seki. It's alive unconditionally. Well, like this, it's also live, but seki loses some points. Black can start a ko. Atari like this. Now, when white captures these guys, black takes 4 stones, white captures here. And if white captures this way, black uses the ko threads on the right side and takes back. And there is no way for white to connect. White is in Atari with everything, so white has to give up the 4 stones. So here, white should prevent the ko. White should actually never play d19. Just play this, this, and this. When black goes down, capture 2 stones, Atari connect. It's not worth trying to take an extra point and then lose 4 stones. And this connection is greedy too. So just take the 2 stones, black takes the ko, and connect. That's proper. But even if, yeah, this happened in the actual game. Even if black captures those stones back, he's still way behind, so this move is not necessary, nothing would happen. So white played a neutral point, black was supposed to pass. This move is also not necessary, black is dead as it is, this is unnecessary too. Yeah, very many unnecessary moves at the end. Maybe it's because black didn't agree with the score and didn't want to pass, but anyway, excellent win for white. So there were a few shaky moments in the game, but all in all, good game by white. Well done and keep on winning.